It's time for Izuku's ending! Yay! So, like I said in the previous video, please pay attention to find out where the option is at. This one will have no improvising because the last video I made a few pronunciation mistakes, so I just improvised. Hopefully this one won't have any improvising because, yeah. If you hear me a little bit stutter or stuff like that, like that's not purpose of the line, or I stop for a while, then I'm planning to improvise it. So yeah, let's just get started so this video won't take too long. 2 months. It had been 2 months since he broke your heart without a care in the world. You almost stopped believing in love because of how he had rejected you. But someone helped you get by the past months and helped you move on. Midoriya Izuku, a classmate of yours and Bakugou Katsuki's rival. He had found you crying on that day and comforted you. You had stopped hanging around the Baku squad to avoid the Ash Blonde and started sticking around the Deku squad instead. Last name? You froze, looking up to see Midoriya looking at you with worry. Quickly wiping the tears, you forced a smile that was too obvious to believe. Oh, Midoriya! Did you need something? He frowned, kneeling down next to you and laying a hand on your back. What's wrong? He asked, worry evident in his tone. Damn, how do you wish he didn't see you like this. He was too sweet and nice. It's nothing, you said, holding back another sob. Is it because of Kachan? You nodded, sniffling as the sobs were getting harder to hold back. The broccoli-haired boy rubbed circles along your back to comfort you, then looked at the sky. Do you want me to walk you home? It's getting dark and it might rain soon. You had gladly accepted his kind offer and stood up to walk alongside him. You had told him what happened along the way and he listened to every word, reassuring you that Bakugou is like that and didn't intend to hurt you. But you found it pretty hard to believe when you remembered the burning glare he sent you that was filled with pure rage, disgust, and annoyance. He had dropped you off at your home. The both of you bid your farewells and went separate ways. When you arrived at school the next day, you were surprised to see Midoriya talking to Bakugou with an angered expression. Even if he didn't return their feelings, it doesn't mean you get to hurt them like that. Shut it, you dumb nerd. Why the hell does it matter to you? It's not even your problem. Not only you, but the whole class was surprised as well. The innocent being, Midoriya, was yelling at Bakugou. It is my problem, Kachan. They're my friend, and you had left them broken and you didn't even care. Midoriya yelled back. This was all too much for you to handle. You had to get between them before things get heated. Quiet, both of you! You screamed with shutted eyes. The two looked at you in surprised. Then different expressions appeared on their faces. Bakugou looked away and annoyed, while Midoriya looked away ashamed. Last name, I didn't notice you here. The green-haired male said. You asked Midoriya about why he was yelling, and he had responded that he was only trying to confront Bakugou. And it's hard to become a little loud. Midoriya, I appreciate it, but you both almost caused a scene in the classroom, you pointed out. Midoriya chuckled nervously as he rubbed the back of his neck. Sorry. Hey, why don't you sit with us at lunch from now on? It might help you get your mind off of things, he suggested. Your lips curled into a smile and nodded. Sure, that'd be nice. Great. Oh, we should probably get back to our seats before Aizawa-sensei arrives. Come in. A mop of green hair opened the door to your dorm. Hey Midoriya, what's up? You asked as he shut the door behind him. Hey, last name. Ida Uraraka Todoroki Asawi and I were planning to head to the mall to buy a few things, and I was wondering if you wanted to come along. You thought for a moment before responding with a yes. The boy's eyes lit up in joy and cheered. You will? Yay! I'll go tell the others. Meet us in the common room in 30 minutes. Then he left your room. Chuckling at his dorkiness, you stood up from your chair and decided to get ready. When you finished changing, you stepped out of your dorm and headed for the elevator, pressing the button for the first floor. While walking down the hallway, your eyes landed on a certain ash blonde who was leaning against the wall. Oi, dumbass. Where the fuck have you been? Shitty hair almost had a fucking panic attack when you kept avoiding us for the past 2 months. He stated with his usual angry tone. The other idiots have been worried too, you know. Fucking wondered if they did something that made you avoid them. Even though your expression didn't change, you did feel bad for ignoring them over one rejection. You should have spoken to them about your previous situation, but you didn't want them to be mad at Bakugou, so it's better to keep them in the dark, right? Listen, Bakugou, tell them that I didn't mean to avoid them, and that it isn't their fault. Now we'll talk about this later, I'm currently busy. You spoke the last sentence coldly. You had never shown any coldness to anyone in Class A before, so it's no surprise that the angry blonde was shocked from your coldness. Now, excuse me, but I don't think your presence is appreciated right now. Then you left, walking past him with an aura that gave him shivers. Once you were out of sight, the ash blonde clenched his fist and growled in frustration. Why did it hurt when you told him that his presence wasn't appreciated? Why had you been on his mind for the past week? And why did he feel anger towards himself when he remembered the rejection? Another month had passed, and you had gotten close to the Deku squad, calling everyone by their first name. Yes, even Todoroki. Of course, you've never gotten this far with the Baku squad, even though you reconnected with them, minus Bakugou. Speaking of the crimson-eyed male with anger issues, he figured out his feelings only a week ago. He found out that he had feelings for you, and all the guilt and regret had hit him harder than a train would. It angered him most when he remembered all the harsh words he told you during that day, and he hated himself for it. He talked to Kirishima about it, telling him what happened on that day and about how he lost his chance. Are you sure, man? It only had been 3 months. Plus, you don't seem like someone who lets go of their feelings in just 3 months. If no one had helped them, that is. But the damn Deku and his shitty friends helped them as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they grew feelings for that nerd or those other bastards. Just give it a shot. Besides, they don't hate you, so they fucking told me that my presence wasn't appreciated. What the fuck do you mean they don't hate me? Kirishima slightly flinched from Bakugou's sudden yelling. Man, alright, chill. All I'm saying is that you should just ask her out and see if they'll give you another chance, bro. I'll help you out, so don't stress over it. The ash blonde's tense form relaxed a bit from the reassurance that his best friend gave him. Looking away and muttered an inaudible thanks to the redhead, Bakugou stood up from where he sat. I'll ask her out on Friday. We'll continue this later. See you later, shitty hair. Then he left. The Bakugou had stopped in his tracks when he saw you laughing and smiling with the Deku squad. But first name, you promised you wouldn't laugh. The green-haired male stuttered, with a deep red blush from embarrassment. I'm sorry, Izuku. It's just... How did you end up taking Kaminari's ball pen when yours is covered with All Might stickers? You burst into laughter once more, then calmed down. Midoriya looked away in even more embarrassment as he hid his face in his arms. I'm I'm not sure. I just thought that the Pikachu ears look like All Might's hair and oh. He suddenly went silent when he saw Bakugo sending him a death glare from afar. Izuku? What's wrong? He trailed off, looking at the direction where the broccoli-haired boy was looking. Kachan? Bakugo? Oi, shithead, I wanna talk. You looked around, then pointed at yourself with a questioning look. Yes, you. Now get your ass over here. I don't have all day. You looked at your friends, then at the ash blonde and nodded, walking over to where he was at. What do you want now, Bakugo? I already reconnected with the others. So what is it this time? He swore he heard a stab in his heart at that moment, because the coldness in your tone had a hint of disinterest and maybe hatred. Look, I just wanted to say that I'm. You raised an eyebrow, waiting for him to finish his sentence. I'm so. I'm sorry. There, I said it. I'm sorry for all those things I said to you 3 months ago. I'm sorry for rejecting you like that. His eyes were shut, hoping for a positive response from you, but all he heard was a sigh. Listen, Bakugo. I want to make it up to you, dumbass. You froze in shock. He wanted to make it up to you? Why? Bakugo, I. Your eyes fell to the ground as the words came to mind. I'm sorry. The crimson-eyed male looked at you, surprised. Even if you do want to make it up to me, I'll have to refuse. You hurt me badly on that day. Then you walked up to me 3 months later asking for forgiveness when you could have done that last month when we previously talked. He was speechless. Yes, he could have done that, but he hadn't realized his feelings back then. Meanwhile, Izuku was getting worried. He wasn't sure if it was a good idea to let you talk with his childhood friend on your own. The green-headed boy started to walk towards the direction of where you and Bakugo went, ignoring the questions from his friends. His eyes widened when he saw you, tearing up as you were shouting at Bakugo in anger. He quickly rushed over to you, holding you close to him as he comforted you while you continued spilling your tears. Kachan, I don't know what you said to them, but if you're going to make them cry, then I suggest staying away from them from now on, Izuku stated firmly, walking away with you. After a few minutes of you ranting, you have finally calmed down. Don't worry, First Name. I'll protect you from him. Kachan won't hurt you again. You smiled, placing a hand on his as you gazed at him with thankful eyes. Thank you, Izuku. Izuku grinned as his eyes lit up when an idea appeared into his head. Hey, I found this really nice cafe downtown. Wanna go there? It could help you, like, yeah. He nodded. His grin grew wider and unknowingly said, Great, it's a date then. Your eyes widened as a deep red blush appeared on your cheeks. When the green-haired boy finally realized what he had said, his face turned into a same shade of red that rivaled Kirishima's hair. Uh, I mean, uh, uh, um, it's alright, Izuku. Wait, wait, it is? You giggled. Of course it is. I'd love to go on a date with you. His eyes widened as he looked at you in awe, and a wide smile grew on his lips. First Name, thank you so much. And that wraps it up. We have Bakugo's ending, and now we have Izuku's ending. Well, I hope you paid attention. This one has a few improvisations, and I just added a few more lines to make this a little bit different. So far, this video was longer than the previous one, even though I tried to make it smaller. Only because Izuku's ending is much longer. But anyways, thank you for being patient with me. I really apologize for making part 2 a little too long. But yeah, I'll be writing another one-shot or a fanfiction to read to you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!